Today, we finished Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. In the last episode, we finished the final episode, which wasn't the final episode, because we've got the secret episode, because what is naming even in 2020? Nothing is like we know it in 2020. 2020 is fucked! Let's finish this so that we can get back to the randomizers, which you guys seem to be enjoying a lot more. Hidden Truths.
Darkness rules your heart. It gives me control. Muscle and sinew that once obeyed you now rebels against you. How you can remain here at all confounds the mind.
It's still my heart. You think you can just come in and take over? I'm not gonna sit by and let that happen.
Don't even entertain any notions of escaping me, boy. In the end, your heart will be engulfed by mine forever.
Wrong. You're gonna get shown the door, old man.
As I recall, you couldn't even handle your own darkness. How then will you triumph over mine?
You'll find out soon enough.
Oh, so that's how it is it? Someone else has set foot in your heart. Ericus, his life on.
This is one of the few things that actually pays off.
What the darkness holds now. Even if you do wrest control of my heart from me. Even if you cast me into the deepest, darkest abyss. You'll never sway me from the one cause that pushes me to keep on fighting. Whatever the cost, I'm ready to pay it.
Brave words, to be sure. But I'm a patient man. We can take as much time as we need to settle this little property dispute. However, know this.
Property dispute?
You are just one of many roads that I might choose to take. Trust me, I made certain of that.
Alluding to the 13 Darknesses? Wasn't this cut in the original as well? I think this is the original secret ending, but it's now playable. That's the idea. And there's a new secret ending at the end of this.
Hey, Mr. Master. Oh, come on, you don't even know your pal? Please tell me the amnesia was just a sick joke. Boy, this is some cliche.
Is it? You tell me.
Hey, you're not Terra. Just gotta check. As if. Well, don't sweat it. I got your back.
Yeah, nothing interesting is happening here. We just have a shot of Anton the Wise eating ice cream with Ianzo, right? That's his human name. It's going to be the name that we're going to be using from now on. Certainly in Melody of Memories, Ianzo is actually going to be a thing. Maybe? Two who were never meant to meet. I thought that said who. And it's a shot of his eyes and then another shot. I once ran into a guy who thought this was a Luxord, by the way. Especially with the shots on the eyes. That makes no fucking sense, right? Obviously. And the voice! The fucking voice! Which we... There we go.
Why, hello. It's not often I get visitors.
Please, call me Aqua. Why are you sitting here all alone in the realm of darkness? How did
Because Riku needed his face back, that's why.
Well, I can tell you this is my second time on these shores. But unfortunately, much like the first, I do not remember who I am or whence I came.
That's devastating.
Everything was washed away in whatever currents carried me here.
That's too bad.
Too bad is putting it lightly.
A long time. Wandering through the endless hours, unable to escape.
You wish to return to your own world?
Could just be me, but it feels like the secret
It's my
episode
friends.
hasn't been uprest
I
as
promise I'll
well
be there for them.
as the rest of the game. I feel like there's more blurry textures, the anti-aliasing isn't as good.
Somewhere in the scraps of memory I have left, you remind me of a boy I once knew. He is very much like you. True to his friends and kind, this boy travels to many worlds and fights to keep the light safe.
Keep the light safe? I've been away too long. Did something happen out there? Are the worlds in danger?
Oh, a lot of things happened. A lot.
They nearly fell to darkness more than once. But at every turn, that boy arrived with keyblade in hand to save the day.
Huh? Wait a sec. Is his name Terra or Ven?
Neither of those, I'm afraid.
Should have known.
How long has it been since I met him? At least a year now, perhaps more.
Well, if you're in the realm of darkness and time doesn't flow
Back
there,
then, my heart
so
was clouded with vengeance. I did terrible things, both to him and his friends. I brought unhappiness to more lives than one. I felt something must be done. Was that why? A means of clearing my conscience, or perhaps out of a sort of scholarly instinct. While the boy slept his long sleep, I hid the results of my research inside him, transplanting the data to where it might best serve a purpose. In fact, I would like to believe maybe he can set things right.
it actually comes back in Dream Drop Distance, which I never realized until now.
So many hearts. He could open the right door and save all those people whose lives I managed to ruin.
Including Subject X,
For their new
whoever the fuck that might be.
their birth by sleep. Even me. And even you.
Also roll
What's
credits.
this boy's name?
His name is...
All the pieces lie with it hell. Yeah, so this is just the secret ending of Birth by Sleep. Which actually takes quite a while to get through. Before we even get into the gameplay section here. I don't think there's any more cutscenes after this though. So it'll just be straight up gameplay. But now we just get a lot of people saying Sora, which is the end of the secret ending. But the start of the secret episode, which is really weird because it feels like an ending. But then we actually get to start playing, and Shion doesn't fucking exist, so why is she in this cutscene? I don't know if this is going to be a copyright hell, by the way, because this is...
Sora.
I was going to say this is just the music at this point. Also, doesn't make any sense, because Castle Oblivion... Oh, it's... Is this like a metaphor? I'm fairly certain it's a metaphor, because I think Terra shows up. Yeah. Maybe this is Ventus dreaming?
Sora.
Let's just say that this is Ventus dreaming. Because I don't know what the fuck else it's supposed to mean. That would make sense, because Ventus would have never seen... Ventus would have actually never seen the Land of Departure, the Castle Oblivion, because got turned into Castle Oblivion after he fell asleep, and then turned back into the Land of Departure before he got woken up. Like, he saw through Sora's eyes, potentially, right? Also, Aqua's crying because she's like, oh, that little beach boy I was talking to on the island, because Riku, the Terra fucked up and gave him a Keyblade, so he actually did a thing, wow! Where they wait for him. Imagine if Aqua hadn't said that one thing to Sora, the entire Kingdom Hearts multiverse would have gone to shit so hard. That's obviously, Sora's entire character is more than that one line. It's also, my friends are my power. It's those two things. Watching out for Riku. Maybe a little bit Kairi when he feels like it. And my friends are my power. That's Sora's entire character.
Your mind's made up? Yeah.
I just feel the need to point out that we've been watching a cutscene for 11 minutes. And we're yet to start actual gameplay.
Kairi.
Imagine if I didn't talk over cutscenes at this point. I've just given up on not talking over cutscenes, honestly.
It's just, they really need me. I have to go. I am who I am. Because of them.
Oh, that is very correct.
See you soon.
And that is the end of the secret ending. So now we can actually, like, after this it goes into a teaser for 0.2 usually. But that's playable now, the teaser. And it only took like 8 more years after this secret episode was released until actually 0.2 was a thing as a demo for Kingdom Hearts 3. Oh no, there's actually a... It's Kingdom Hearts 1. This is when the moral learns to count. That's 0. That doesn't actually work anymore because now Kingdom Hearts key is 0. Zero point. Yeah, so this doesn't look anywhere near as good as 0.2. 0.2 is gorgeous. Kingdom Hearts 3 itself is even better, but 0.2 as...
You're with me, I'll always find my way back. Always.
As like tech demo as it is a gorgeous representation of the Realm of Darkness. And I kind of love it. I really, really like 0.2 as a little demo game thing.
What?
I think they actually made new music for this section of the game. Specifically for the final mix. Well, actually, they also made new music specifically for Mysterious Figure. Which was... That was a weird situation because it wasn't even a final mix thing. It was in the original game, but not in Japan. The original Birth by Sleep Japanese release didn't have Mysterious Figure. It got added in the American... This is 0.5. Which, again, doesn't add up anymore. Because how does 0.2 fit into that? So yeah, Mysterious Figure initially was... The first time you could fight him was in the American release and later the European release, because those are the same, of Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. It wasn't in the original Japanese version. And of course then Japan got their final mix, which added... this is the first and only time we're fighting Heartless, by the way, in Birth by Sleep. Well, we'll be fighting Heartless throughout the entirety of the Realm of Darkness here. Apparently Air Slide wasn't max level, yeah? That's... Oh my! Oh, I don't know why you're giving me synthesis items, or melding items at this point, because... God knows I don't need that. God... Oh my! I am severely underleveled for this. This is gonna be painful. So yeah, there's actually one of the... I think actually the only time where a American release of a Kingdom Hearts game had content that the Japanese didn't. And then promptly they added it in for the only Pure Blood Heartless we'll be facing here today, by the way. Then they promptly added in for their own Final Mix version on top of like 3 more optional boss fights or 2 more optional boss fights and Monstero, which I don't really count as being a true optional boss fight, honestly. Can I jump? Yeah, I can. I wasn't sure if I needed to purify that before being able to jump on it. Apparently, that was not a thing I needed to do. Seeker Mine! Seeker Mine's still real good. That did fuck all. So yeah, this is where Seeker Mine really shines. And apparently the Realm of Darkness has chests, because why wouldn't it? Let's see what's in this chest. Just a balloon ladder. We're stuck in literal Kingdom Hearts hell. I don't think a balloon ladder is what I need right now in my life. Gotta be honest with you. I think that is slightly unnecessary. Just slightly. Maybe a lot. Maybe it's very unnecessary. I don't even know what balloon ladders do. No idea. So yeah, this is what the Realm of Darkness looks like in this game, which this seems like the quote-unquote pure Realm of Darkness, as we refer to, and not things like... Okay, so this takes place after 0.2, but presumably before the events of 3. Because she still has the Master Keeper's Keyblade. I think it's called Master Keeper's. I don't know actually what its name is. I'll look into that in a second because I think I can check that. And I'm also curious to find out what its stats are. So let's take a look at that. Master's Defender. It's 7 and 7. That's actually really good. So yeah, presumably this takes place after... Where do we go? Not really, where we just... I don't know, let's go fight these guys. Because we're in the pure Realm of Darkness, we're not in a world inside of the Realm of Darkness, which is what most of Kingdom Hearts 0.2 is. Oh, no, you all can go fuck off. I'm not about this. So actually, I always... assumed until replaying this again after 3. I always assumed that this would take place before 0.2 and 0.2 would be a continuation of what happened after you fight the final fights in here. But right now, looking at it, it seems like this is actually, it's the other way around. This is a continuation of 0.2. So my plan of initially like playing 0.2 after this Let's Play, which I'm definitely not going to be doing anymore, I have a reason not to do it, because chronologically it makes no sense. Then again, Kingdom Hearts doesn't care about chronological orders at all, so why the hell should I? I only care about the thing that, frankly, is the most interesting to play, and that is the randomizers. And I also, being honest here, I also do care about like numbers, and you guys do seem to be enjoying the randomizer videos a lot more than literally any other content other than that top 5 Harry Potter games list. But other than that, it's literally that is the most viewed content on this channel. And it's also one of the few recent things I've done that has made it to that status of being so just like widely beloved. So I'm definitely going to go back to that. And the Vanitas videos, Kingdom Hearts 2 Vanitas mod, they get close to it in certain cases. But like fuck! The best performing of those videos do about as well as the worst performing of the randomizer. So I'm going to be randomizing a lot. And the twist for the next randomizer series, which I feel like it's fair to talk about that a bit, because that's what's going to be happening after this, is going to be, well, twofold. It's going to be not a weekly series, it's going to be replacing the Birth by Sleep upload slot, and then when Vanitas ends, it will also be replacing that, presumably. Unless I have another ID for that. And the world order itself will also be randomized, and there will only be one patch to play with. Because in the version I'm going to be using, it should make sure it's always, like, everything is always possible. Maybe not easy, but at least possible. Meaning I only need one patch. I'll probably, like, still make a backup patch, but I think that is what ended up, like, switching different ISOs so much is what ended up absolutely ruining my save file last time, to the point where I couldn't even, like, load most of the menus anymore. So we're going to try to avoid doing that at all costs. I really do not need money anymore, by the way, at this point, because I'm in the Realm of Darkness. I don't think there's a Moogle shop in the Realm of Darkness. I'd be very impressed if there were Moogle shops in the Realm of Darkness. I'd also have very, very many questions, because presumably those Moogles can enter and leave the Realm of Darkness, at which point they're just kind of dicks for not taking Aqua with them. And it also, I mean, if Moogles are such keen businessmen and women, no sexism here, you'd imagine they, like, start up a travel agency going back and forth from the Realm of Darkness, especially since nobody else apparently can leave the damn place. Be a really good business opportunity, because once you get people in there, you can charge them anything to bring them back, because they can't come back on their own. They're stuck in hell until they pay you. Which isn't really as much as a business opportunity as it's just like running a scam, really. Now I think about it. But hey, what's the difference between good business and a scam, other than literally the law? Maybe. I guess that's what the difference is. Running a successful business is just running a scam in the most legal way possible. That's real sad, but it's true. That is so sad. Fuck this game! I thought I might do this. Like, do this quickly. Like, it's 9:30 at night as I do this. I figured, oh, this will be a bit of fun. Let's do this. I can do this, and I can just, like, knock out this final episode, have a bit of fun, before I, like, just, like, wind down for the night, you know. I just have a bit of fun. This is gonna take, like, a fucking hour at this pace. Probably should be just spamming Seeker Mine a bit more. Because I made those Seeker Mines for a reason. And that is to annihilate, well, not specifically Heartless, but it works against Heartless very well, as you can see. Which actually begs a question. Does Aqua even know what Heartless are? Or does she just see, these are dark creatures, better swing my keyblade at them? To be fair, they are attacking her, so it is self-defense, but I'm gonna go ahead and say she might not know what Heartless are. Which also brings me to the question. Clearly there were Heartless around, because we see Ventus and Xehanort training with them. So clearly Heartless existed, and they were pure-blood Heartless. Which makes sense, because the pureblood Heartless, which are the Shadows, the Neo-Shadows, the Dark Bulls, the Invincibles, I think they're called. Those are all pureblood Heartless, and those pureblood Heartless exist in the worlds because they are naturally occurring. The natural progression of what happens when a heart is naturally... Can I say the word natural more? Yeah, I could. Naturally gets taken over by darkness. And this is the deadest of ends. So, where do I go from here? Oh, obviously, I walk over this. The thing I literally just created. So, yeah, you don't actually need to fight. It's embarrassing that I just realized it, but you don't actually need to fight. That's not good. Every single one of these, you only have to fight the ones with the blue stuff coming out of them. Because they actually make the bridges unique. Again, kind of embarrassing that took me like 2 or 3 times dying to realize. But I realize it now. Could have taken longer. Probably would have taken longer if I was stupid, but I'm not stupid. I'm kind of stupid. Let's be honest. I'm kind of stupid. I think that's what gives me charm. I think it's charming. And the only reason I think that is because otherwise I'd just be hating myself. I mean, I'm not stupid. I made all these Seeker Mines after Googling the recipe for them, admittedly. But I made them. And I came up with the idea. Well, I didn't come up with the idea. I didn't make Seeker Mine. I wasn't the first one to use Seeker Mine. Though, I might have actually come up with that strategy independent of anybody else. Not to say that I was the first to do it, but I'm fairly certain that I came up with the... that could be bad. I'm fairly certain that I came up with a Fire Surge. I didn't use Fire Surge, though. In my second playthrough. My first English playthrough of the game. I played the game in Japanese first with an English patch, applied to it later. But the first official English playthrough I did of the game, I used Thunder Surge. Without any Thunder Boosts, as far as I'm aware. I might have gotten one by accident. I was like 12, okay? That's not true, because this game isn't that old. I'm 24 now, so I was like 50, which makes the excuse of me not knowing what the hell I'm doing in a video game slightly worse. So yeah, I used Thunder Surge before I knew that was apparently, like, Fire Surge is what speedrunners use, and the only reason I think... Ooh, Secret Gem, I don't know what that is. The only reason I think they use Fire Surge is because it also, like, you get a Fire Boost and it boosts Flame Salvo, which you can get early on, and is a good shot lock. So, what does the Secret Gem do? A precious synthesis material, use a melding, it raises the result of command to the maximum level and attaches an ability. Oh, that is what you need in the realm of fucking darkness. Let's see, can we meld anything out of Blizzard? Because we have... no. Oh yeah, we got a lot of arrows for... what's its face? I forgot the name. Leaf Bracer, that's what we got them for. Yeah, we're not going to go there. We don't need Leaf Bracer anymore. If we need a Leaf Bracer, we probably needed it for Terranor. Spoiler, we've already beaten Terranor. And I think this might be the last map? Second to last map? Obviously the actual last map is the boss arena, but I think this might be the... I need to murder all of the Heartless everywhere on these dark spots. Is that the case? Is that the case? Ah, that's the case. That is gonna be... oh, that's tedious. That's real tedious. I guess I'll do it. I don't really have a choice. At least it's not that difficult with Seeker Mine. I can just literally stand here and have everything... yeah, again, maybe not the best addition to the deck. I'm going to be honest with you. It deals a lot of damage, and against Brig it was really, really, really useful. But it's also... Hello, Shadows. I actually used Blizzaga. Holy hell, I didn't actually think I'd ever use that. Again, Seeker Mine, I fucking love it. I love it so much I'm actually considering doing like a couple of bonus episodes. I'm not going to do it, probably. A couple of bonus episodes specifically just like doing all of the optional fights, because those optional fights, other than no hearts, maybe Mysterious Figure will be able to deal with them as well, but Vanitas Remnant is gonna get fucked hard by Seeker Mine. You know what? Screw off. But it would require me, at least for some of those fights, to grind to level 99. Because Mysterious Figure ain't no joke. And No Heart is actually like the third most difficult Kingdom Hearts optional boss. Which also makes him the third most difficult Kingdom Hearts boss. Yeah, I do think that he is easier than Lingering Will. And you might be wondering, who is the number one? It's Yuzora, without a shadow of a doubt. Yuzora is the most difficult boss in any Kingdom Hearts game up to now. He's ridiculous. And I'm not just saying that because I haven't beaten him. Fuck you. I'm not just saying that because I haven't beaten him yet. I'm partly saying that because I haven't beaten him yet, and I'm probably never going to beat him. I'm saying that because, unlike the Lingering fuck, like the Lingering Will, he can take down your max HP, which I think is a stupid mechanic. Admittedly, if you don't get hit by his move that does that, it won't be an issue. But I don't know if you've been watching me play Kingdom Hearts over the past, like, months. Years. But specifically, God fucking damn it! Over the last couple of months. I'm not particularly great at dodging. I'm amazing at making the most clutch plays ever. And I'm decent at like strategizing and building a deck in this game, for instance. Building a deck in Chain of Memories as well. Making a deck to just spam Sonic Blade. Takes a while to do, but after that, you just annihilate 99% of all enemies in the game. It's amazing. It's really broken, but it's amazing. Specifically in the Chain of Memories is where I know it works. But presumably it works even better in the original, right? Because you don't have flying enemies. You do, but flying enemies just... It's 2D. There is no third dimension. So presumably Sonic Blade, unless it just works from left to right, which would make it a real bad move. I'm assuming Sonic Blade in the GBA version of Chain of Memories works in 2 dimensions, not just on 1 dimension. Which means it's even better in that than it would be in Chain of Memories. Though I don't know that for sure. I think this is a mob fight. It's a real big mob fight. I thought this was also... No, this is not the arena where you fight. Oh, this is so satisfying. This is not the arena where you fight the boss. Because that one is a lot larger. I'm getting so many potions and so many Wellspring crystals. You know what? This might actually work, because everything will die when it gets close to me. And then will give me HP up, which means that second chance and once more will affect you once more. Okay. Block, 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 block. I don't know why I just kept saying it, because that wasn't ever going to change anything. Ghost Drive time! This should be good. Also, my level is increasing super rapidly. I think I just gained 3 levels over this entire thing. That's ridiculous. I think I started this secret episode at level 34 and I'm 39 now. which is amazing. I'm gonna save here just because I'm not taking any risks. We're 35 minutes into this thing. I just want this to be over. I think the save point does signify the fact that we're probably quite close to the end and this is going to be the final boss. Is there going... No, there's no Mugos up here. So I don't know why these things even give me money. Because I can't take this money into the main game. At all. Yeah, this is the actual fight. So do you see why people think, me included, that this Heartless may just be Zigbar Heartless? Because he's got that whole sniper thing down. He even like skulks in the shadows a bit and then jumps out when he's ready to strike. He is a sniper. So I just subscribe to the theory that this is Zigbar's darkness. And presumably Lucio would have a fair bit of darkness inside him, right? Maybe? Maybe not. We don't know enough about the Master of Masters and or Lucio to know that.
This is no Unverse.
You haven't been fighting Unverse for a while.
Darkness.
Matter of fact, if this is after 0.2, which again, I think that it is, you're fully... I don't think they ever call it Heartless in there, do they? Oh, this is... That's... Oh! You have a lot of HP, holy hell. Hello, big monster. Meet my friend Seekermite. That did fucking nothing. What is your problem? Why aren't you getting damage? Sure, let's just do it the old-fashioned way then. I do deal quite a bit of that. Are you just magic resistant? That is not good for me if you are. Very bad for me, as a matter of fact. Yeah, maybe just in this phase? I do remember you having an actual attack. Thank you. So, are you now? Seekermite still doesn't do anything against you. That is real not good for me. You're specifically immune to the mind spells? Are you immune to fire damage? Is that what's going on? That must be what's going on, right? You're immune to fire damage? Still very not good for me. Kill. Fuck! That's why I need Leaf Bracer. At least not having Leaf Bracer makes this a little bit more interesting. It's probably going to start me off at the dark phase again, yeah? I can just guard against this all, that's no biggie. Not being able to use Seekermite at all though is kind of a bummer, not gonna lie. I was kind of hoping to destroy him with Seekermite, so my entire deck is useless. Is what we learn here. And so is my finishing move apparently. I can just counter you a lot. That works. It's a bit more boring. Well, I don't know if it's a bit more boring, actually. I'd argue that it's a bit more interesting. Think about it a little bit more critically. No. Heal. Fuck you. Yeah, fuck. Demonetize me. I'm swearing a lot, I know. I'm just annoyed at the fact that I made this entire deck different from the other two playthroughs. Because it's fun. And it's actually also just straight up better. But I'm going to be honest with you, it's straight up better than Fire Surge. I don't know if in a speedrun it's worth it to go out of your way to get Seekermite. because it does take a bit of extra work to get over getting something like Fire Surge. But it's such a good move. It's ridiculous. And it just does not work against this guy, which is just devastating, honestly. It's honestly just devastating. Let's try to shotlock you. You are a speedy boy. I have no idea where I am or where you are, but I can surprise. Okay, surprise is actually good for me. Because that deals a fuck of a ton of damage. And I immediately can do another surprise. Okay, there we go. You know what? Holy hell, that's working out for me really well. Just let me get one. No. Surprise, surprise. Just give me HP orbs. There we go. So maybe... I need to get a renewal barrier off. Please, get me something I can block. Thank you. Get me something I can block again. I need to block. I need to block something. Okay, now I have Curaga in case I need it right away. Okay, this fight is a lot more tricky than I remember it being, gonna be honest with you. I remember this being not that difficult. Then again, I also don't think I've ever played this on critical mode, this fight. Not that his movement patterns or him being immune to my main attack necessarily has anything to do with critical mode. I have no idea what's going on here. You're still immune to Seeker Mine, which is still bad news for me. Wait, why can't I... Oh no. There's a lot of things wrong here. One of which is... Oh, I just couldn't block on in general. This guy just does not take fire damage, does he? Oh, actually, I think he might have. Hold on! That was... Do his after images count as separate entities and as such separate combos? Because if so... I'm calling bullshit. Let's do this again! Because that was fun, wasn't it? Oh, I think I might have accidentally, instead of blocking, I might have counted. Or recoiled. Which does break once more. That might have been what was going on there. I would say... Let's go into this fight with a different deck, but I don't have anything else to put into my deck. The best chance I have is using... Oh, this is not going to be good for me. The best chance I have is using Blizzaga on him, which, honestly, I might as well, right? Because I haven't been doing that. Everything else on my deck is fire damage. And Raging Storm does not seem like the kind of thing you want to be using in this fight, because you do not have control over, like, blocking at all while using it, so do not do that. Ever. Oh no, bad times for me, bad times for me. Real bad times, cure! Sure, that works. I'm gonna be silent a bit more, because I'm actually struggling here. And, Diamond Dust, that's not what I wanted. That's definitely not what I wanted. But it kind of works, maybe. Maybe I'll be able to get a good finisher on him with Diamond Dust. And maybe if you're... Oh, no! We may never know. We may never know. Gonna be real with you. I don't know how long the video is gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be significant in length. Let's just put it that way. We almost got him like 2 tries ago. But then we didn't. And you can't even avoid him, you need to block. Or you just can't block that attack, which, how in the fuck am I supposed to know which attack he's going to use? I guess that worked out for me, kind of? I don't want to use surprise, is the thing. I want to keep surprise around for the next phase, because there it's actually really, really useful. I don't know if it carries over, actually, now that I think about it. It might not. But it does make me invincible. And it does deal a fuck of a ton of damage. And it does give you HP obstacle acts, which does give me stuff. I probably actually shouldn't be using Blizzard Guard, because surprise is such a good thing to be using. I don't know how I managed to avoid both of those. I'm going to be real with you. Again, I'm... Lead Bracer! I fucking wish I had it! I mean, I can still get it. I can go back and grind against Shadows with Arrow and just get Lead Bracer. And just like use Arrow in this fight as well. That is a thing I can definitely do. I'm not gonna, but I can. What I'm gonna do instead is just keep doing the same thing that I've been doing and hope that at some point it leads to me having a victory. And that might take an hour, it might take 4 hours, it might take 10 hours, it might take 20 million hours. Eventually, I'll be able to do it. I'm not gonna... Sure, that's just use surprise. I do wonder. It's definitely an HP trigger that triggers him to go into this phase. And that surprise should have probably taken him beyond that HP trigger, and it did. That is actually very nice to know. And oh my god, this does actually deal damage, and it deals a lot of damage. Okay, keep that in mind. I said keep that in mind, because we're going to be doing that again. That's going to make this entire fight about 1,000,000 times easier. The moment I can actually hit a shot lock, that is. Because that does seem to be slightly problematic. Not gonna lie. Instant heal! Instant full heal! Wow. It's really tricky to time it right, because you don't have a lot of time. But when you get it right, it deals so much damage. It's glorious. This should be a good one as well. I fucked myself out of a lot of damage there. Because of his phase change. Probably should have seen it coming. Didn't. I know that was unnecessary and it might have been the wrong move to do, but dude, you are suddenly vicious. Well, you were vicious before, let's be honest here. Okay, so the whole idea here is that now his attacks and his actual hitbox are separate from one another, which is actually a very interesting idea. I think he stopped doing that there. He's just making black holes all over the place now, which is fun, maybe? Okay, now he's doing the thing again. Just mashing X button at this point is pretty much my strategy. Until we can get one of those. And then maybe one of these? Oh yeah. That might just do it. That might just do it unless... No, he's not somewhere invincible. Okay. Seeker Mine ain't gonna do it. But maybe a couple of Blizzard guys at this point will do what they need to do. Just stick with countering at this point. You can't because literally what you just said is... Oh, that's no fun. Actually, that's not that big of a deal. You don't need to get a full shot lock if he only has 1 or 2 HP left. That wasn't actually that bad. That wasn't actually that bad. I say after I've lost like 5 times. Do realize that I think you're supposed to be like between level... Okay, so no, this is 0.2. So that entire thing does take place before 0.2. Huh. A fragmentary passage, there you go. Again, only took them 8 years, I think 8 years, to deliver on that. This cutscene never happens. Neither does this one. Or this one. Or that one. Actually, that might be a day's cutscene. And obviously, that one is just, like, something. Birth by Sleep Volume 2. Yeah, again, that never happened. I was so hyped for Birth by Sleep Volume 2. And then that never happened. And we got the 0.2, which is amazing. But I would have very much liked to see what the hell 0.2, what Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep Volume 2 would have looked like. Anyway, we played the entire game on critical mode. We achieved 73% completion. We defeated 4,722 enemies. We used Fire Surge 1,000, the same as last time. And we actually played for 23 hours, 36 minutes, and 52 seconds. Exactly. And now we're never going to fight that fight again. There's not even like something to close off the secret episode. It's just that teaser of something that never actually happened. And that's been Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. We started as Terra. We played as Ventus. We're not going to have this music. We played as Aqua. We collected all the secret reports, some of which off screen, admittedly. Then we did the final episode, which wasn't the final episode of the series, because then we did the secret episode. And now, about an hour later, yeah, the secret episode took me about an hour, which is a bit longer than I initially expected. I'll just be honest about that. We're finished with Birth by Sleep. So, tomorrow should be a Vanitas video, I think. So if you enjoyed Birth by Sleep and Vanitas is one of the characters in there, go check that out again. Should be reverse promoting that, because Vanitas videos get so many more views, which might be partly due to the fact that they're uploaded on Sunday. But also just because they're more interesting inherently. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. We'll be doing Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Randomizer next. And I'm going to be working on a thumbnail that does a bit of a better job than the thumbnail I did last time, because last time it was just like, slap on a blue bar, because that'll be like eye-catching, red letters, because that contrasts with the blue, and have Roxas and later on Sora with googly eyes, because it's all random and confusing. And then just like throw in a picture of a character that's relevant to that specific episode. And the thumbnails work, but they look fairly basic and, dare I say, amateur. So I'm going to be working on a bit of a more interesting thumbnail format for those, which I have like a couple of days for to make that. So that should be fine. And then we'll be doing the Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizer again, with the added twist that we won't be backing out as much. There will maybe be a bit of cutting again. Most of it will just be me playing through like it was here. And then we will not have any backing out of the patch. If I can't beat a certain boss, I'll just move on to a different world. Is the basic idea. And the worlds will be chosen at random as well, because we'll be doing it in Garden of Assemblage style, which means that we have 13 doors to the 13 worlds of the game. And I'll just be rolling a randomizer between 1 and 13 every episode. And the one it lands on is the world we'll be going into. So there is a non-zero chance that the first world we roll will be the world that never was. In which case, I am screwed! But we'll be given it a chance either way. Until next time, if you have enjoyed this video, this series, this everything to do with Kingdom Hearts, do not forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe to my channel if you have. I talked for way too long there, apparently. I'll see you back next time. Until then, I've been Vlogger, you've been awesome, as always. Bye.